Warning, this podcast contains spoilers.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for The Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 14, Spend. I'm your host, Clio, and with me I have John.
Can I have a strawberry?
Yeah, here you go. Here you go. We really failed at that. Dom.
What's going on? Well, really, what's going on?
Michele.
Hi. Sorry, just taking a couple notes.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, I know.
You gonna rip a few pages out next?
Well, I thought I had a Bible in this house, but apparently I don't. So, closest thing I have.
It's probably better that you not deface a Bible on YouTube, you know?
He's
Probably.
not a God-fearing man.
That's what I said to him.
Yeah, let's not deface a Bible.
He's sacrilegious.
No, but it's okay if Gabriel does and says that they're all demons.
I mean, he's a professional priest, so he can repent his sins.
Do you guys want to start with Gabriel? You want to start?
Honestly, it was all the Book of Revelations anyway. It was just boring.
It was just the boring part.
I thought he was like, at first I thought he was ripping out like the New Testament. And I was like, oh, he only wants the Old Testament. He's ripping all this out because he feels everything's correct. And then he's just like, the whole book is gone. And there's like one page left in the book. I'm like, what just happened here?
Well, we know that he threw his collar, symbolically threw it in the fire. So on their travels, he sort of came to a place where he's like, I'm not sure I can be a man of God anymore.
Exactly, after what he's seen
and now he's in this legitimate town in the middle of the Bible Belt. Like, they want you to be a priest. They want him to be, to start sermons again. Mm-hmm. And he's like, he probably just was like, of course. I mean, obviously, I'm a priest. But inside, he's like, I gave this up. I don't know if I really believe anymore, blah, 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 blah.
I agree.
And fuck this chapter. Fuck that chapter.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, his faith got rocked to the core. He doesn't know what's up and down anymore.
And it's like, could he possibly preach to people? It's battling it in his mind.
Yeah, but what gives him the damn right to damn people? That's what I want to know. Oh, no, rich people are just going to kill you. They're going to turn on you. Yeah, Who did they turn on? No one. Who did they kill? The termites who are going to kill them.
Yeah.
He's been protecting his people since day one, unlike this stupid Gabriel who freaking let his whole flock die outside the church.
Yeah, and that's why I don't think he believes what he's saying. He's lying so that the people of Alexandria don't find out the terrible things he did.
Yeah, exactly.
He's trying to throw the rest of the group under the bus in order to protect himself. Which this is all going to end in blood and tears, so, I mean, there's nothing saving him, especially since he can't fight.
The thing is, too, and it's not just Gabriel that is, like, going to set things in motion. It's what's happened everywhere that has set this in motion, right? Because we had Rick and Porch Dick, a couple episodes back, and he's been.
I forgot about that.
He's been very like itching to pull the trigger, kind of, like we've already seen that's brewing, like, and now we'll get to it, but there's new light in that department.
Exactly.
And then we have everything that happened with Deanna's son. And is the other one her son too, or is it her friend?
No, the other one's just another asshole.
Yeah. So I mean, like, there's all this stuff all going on at once, and then she's questioning what Gabriel's saying, but this all is it's gonna be like, she's gonna be like, did I make the right decision? And
well, you have Tweedledum and Dumber both playing with zombies outside the wall, thinking that it's a game.
Yeah.
Well, Tweedle is dead now. Tweedle dead.
Yeah, Tweedle
dead and Tweedle
Tweedle's soon to be shot.
Dead.
Tweedle dead and wish he was dead.
Tweedledum and Tweedle dead.
They just left.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think we kind of knew that whatever happened out there was not going to be good. And it actually ended up being nearly the worst that could have happened.
Well, yeah.
I mean, a grenade went off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
is
possibly... We have 2 confirmed dead, and we have 1 on her way out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean...
But I am gonna say technically they're +1 now because Eugene is no longer dead weight.
Who's no longer dead weight?
Eugene.
He showed up, man.
Yes,
Eugene
of
showed
course.
up this episode.
Yeah, so
Well,
they're kind of +1 right now.
I wouldn't go to say that because while he did step up, he's still not nearly as capable.
Well, he finally put his big boy pants on and realized it was time to,
he
put
was
up for
shaking
shut up.
in his boots by.
I mean, it was literally he was gonna sit there with Tara, and they were both going to die, or he was going to get her to the van. That was it.
Flight or flight situation.
He did it.
As he says, he did the math.
He did the math. He always does the math.
So, he always does the math. So, I'm so proud of him. I really am.
Me
The
too.
one shining moment to come out of this episode was
Me too.
Eugene really stepping up.
Yeah, I agree.
And out of literally everyone, Tara is the closest he has to a friend. I mean, it probably used to be Abraham, but I don't think they've spoken.
No, they broke up.
Since he almost had near death there.
Their
That girl.
relationship is on the rocks.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
Sure.
Abraham punched him in the face. Do you really? Eugene's not exactly the kind of guy that's gonna forgive so easily like that.
But Tara's good because
Well,
she
they
can
had-
test his limits.
They had the war of the best, facial and hair, combo.
It's true. It's
He
true.
thought he was gonna pull off the Billy Ray Cyrus mullet, and no, he got stepped up by that, luscious ginger hair.
I mean, all we need is a ginger mullet, and we're good.
Yeah.
God.
Sure, that would happen.
I mean, Abraham's already got that little pompadour going on, so
Well, I was hoping you'd go Fu Manchu into the mutton shop.
good.
The episode.
That'd be amazing. I mean, they're in
I mean,
a
they
place
do
now-
have a hairstylist now. Don't forget that.
So they
This
did.
is true.
Yeah, but she's getting beaten up by her fucking doctor husband.
Who's a
drunk.
drunkard. Oh my
Yeah.
god. I was like, really, you allow somebody to...
And Carol gets back into seeing spousal abuse.
Yeah. I mean, the kid probably didn't even have to say as much as he said. She knew
No,
what was
she
happening
knew.
in that household. She's seen that. She saw her daughter probably go through
Yeah.
similar thing.
But that kid seems pretty well put together for a kid that is going through that kind of abuse.
Yeah. Well,
he was making small chat with Carol, someone who just threatened her or threatened him,
But he's used to being threatened. So to him, that's normal behavior.
Probably.
And he knows the difference between a threat and when someone starts to beat you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows he knows Carol's, to him specifically, he knows Carol's all bark, because she's not going to hurt a child.
Mhm.
As much as she will threaten this child to make him not speak,
She wouldn't do it.
she's not going to harm a child. Unless, I mean, Look at the Flowers was a special circumstance. Look at the Flowers was a special circumstance.
I disagree. I disagree 100%. Yes, Look at the Flowers. That's not what I'm disagreeing with. But we saw how she's taken out people before.
Yes.
And how she's been exiled and,
Oh, that's Tyrese's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
So, I don't think it's out of the question.
She definitely has a cold side.
She does. I think if this kid was like, yeah, I'm going to go tell them right now, I think Carol would do something about it.
Yeah, she might, but I think she'd hesitate more having the information that she has now,
Oh, yeah. No.
This kid's getting beat up by his dad.
This completely threw a curvable at it, but
Yeah.
I'm saying take that X factor out, and I think
Sure.
she 100%
Yeah,
would've.
I mean, I could see her doing it. It would take a lot, though.
Oh, yeah, but she's not incapable of it.
And again, I don't think she would do it to the extreme of just letting him, be devoured by zombies.
No.
I think she would have something else in mind.
Yeah,
She'd just off him real quick.
She wouldn't make it a torturous experience.
No.
That was
No.
just for the.
She'd bake him some cookies and be like, look at the flower.
I,
Threat.
yeah. Did we make that joke last week?
No.
I don't think so.
I think the Talking Dead made that joke last week.
Maybe they did.
Maybe.
And Chris Hardwick did. So yeah, and Carol just goes to Rick and she's like, "This is what's happening in that house. You need to kill him."
And it's like, hold on. Do we?
Yeah, I
do
know.
we
I
need
was like,
to
well,
kill him? Do we need
I
to
know.
kill him? Do
Yes.
we? Because he's the only fucking surgeon around.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
So
We're
do
going
we
to
need
at
to
least
kill
need
him?
him for Tara.
Right.
Right,
Like,
that's going to be
what I'm worried
Rick's
about.
dilemma, is because he's probably going to bust in on him while he's fixing Tara up.
It's probably going to be
And
kill
the
him
worst-
or save Tara.
And the
I
thing
swear
is
to
like,
God, if Rick kills him before he saves Tara, I'm not watching the show anymore.
but
Why
this is
Why
the
must
thing.
you give this show ultimatums? You know how this ends.
You know you're not gonna. You know it's not true.
You
I know it's
100%
true.
know
I'll
that's
just flip
not
the
true.
coffee table over. It'll be
Karen.
But
Will be
this is
house
the thing.
destroyed.
So this guy is the only goddamn doctor, and no one bats a fucking eye that he walks around drunk all the time. Just
that's
no
why.
one. No one gives a shit.
That's why.
Like, Deanna's not like, hey asshole, do you want to maybe, I don't know, be an adult
Well, I think
for a little while?
Your people's lives are in your hands.
No, he's
And it's
off the
no,
clock.
really?
Fuck you. You don't get to be a child in this scenario.
Well, I think it's also what we've seen throughout this entire episode, that this town has gotten so lucky over the past 5 years.
Yeah.
So incredibly lucky that they are still alive, that they have managed to survive. And it's not about skill, it's not about they're the most prepared, it's that they've been lucky. And now we're
Yeah.
seeing all of these inconsistencies with their leadership, with their workforce, with, you know, him being, the surgeon being drunk all the time. And they're seeing this,
Power
Rick's group is clearly better.
The town's motto is run.
Right.
What?
No,
Just
the
hide.
Just
motto
run and
is-
hide. Anytime there's trouble, just run.
Just run away.
it's a stupid thing because it's like literally, oh, let's send the kids to go get supplies. Oh, every time we send my son, randomly people keep on dying.
Well, it's like maybe you're inadequate.
Well, because they come back and they said, "Oh, the other people broke protocol. It's their fault they
Well,
got
yeah,
killed."
they broke protocol. They broke the most ridiculous, idiotic, moronic, and I can't even come up with any more adjectives to describe how dumb their protocol is.
No. Oh, no. Because the two, you know, Tweedledee and Tweedledead,
yeah.
they said that they were the ones who broke protocol and they got the other people killed.
Right. Which is
Yeah,
what happens.
right.
But at the first time when they went out to
Yeah.
fight along with the zombie and play stupid with them, they're like, oh, the other people broke protocol and that's why they died.
Yeah.
It's
Which is
because
bullshit.
Dumb and Dumber, or Tweedledum and Dead, whatever the hell we want to call them.
Yeah.
All they do is, oh, here come the walkers. I'm gonna run. Oh my god.
Or they become trigger happy and they're just like, oh, I can't wait. I'm too scared. Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah.
See, now, if I was on
actually-
patrol, and we walked into that warehouse and all the zombies are at the fence, the first thing I would do is take my knife out and stab each and every
See,
one of them in the head.
I was thinking that. Why didn't they take them out from behind? Like, one person just, thin them out.
Fence.
And it, well, yeah, the fence is there, but here's my reason that I would do it even with the fence protecting them. They're making noise. If there's another zombie in the warehouse that's making noise, you're not going to be able to tell because they're all making noise. So I would just wipe them all out to get the place quiet so you could hear if there's any others coming.
Well, I thought that's what Glenn was telling him when he said, all right, time to start up. I thought it was him going, okay, well, now it's time to get whatever knives you got, or whatever kind of
Stab
sharp,
these
pointy
fuckers.
sticks, and
Start
stab
poking
them
holes.
behind the fence.
Well, that's
Yeah, I
no,
don't know.
it was actually Aiden who said ignore them, the ones behind the fence. Aiden said to ignore the ones behind the fence.
of
But
course he did.
Glenn's the one in charge now, so.
No,
No, Aiden was still in charge.
Aiden's
Was
still in
he?
charge.
Yeah, he was still in charge. Because Deanna didn't want to give any more of that group.
Any more power to their group.
Deanna
Any more
just-
power to the group.
Aiden was,
She begrudging.
Aiden was listening to Glenn, but still he was in charge.
And she thanked
Right.
Glenn putting him in his place. But yeah, she.
But final say. But I mean, she had a hard enough time giving Abraham the construction leadership role. So
Yeah. She wouldn't have done it if if the head of construction didn't come to her and say,
Look.
"Yeah, I'm woefully incompetent.
I am a
Please
tiny
give this job
baby.
to Abraham."
Have him do it.
This guy knows.
I mean, more props to Abraham. Like, the person who was in the most danger even sided with him, because, you know, he saved her life. But it's like, if anybody
What
else...
do you think, Joanne?
She's the one that fell off the bucket, too. Like, you know? So it's like, if anyone else had an excuse for wanting to pack up and go home, it should have been her, no one else, you know?
Yeah, well, that's why Abraham turned to her. He's like, "You good?" And she's like, "Yeah, we got hours left. Let's do it."
But here's the thing, that same moron, the head of the construction, was the one that shot the freaking bucket. Did anybody else catch that?
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah.
It's poor aim.
Yeah.
Well, he shot the hydraulics. He shot the hydraulics.
To shoot the hydraulics is actually pretty good aim.
The fact that
That's not what you were aiming for.
Like, bad good.
I know, and then he was just like, "Oh, leave her." It's like, really? That's how you feel about
Douchebag. What's wrong with you?
I
I
can't
don't
even.
understand.
But to be able to shoot the hydraulics, there's not even like a centimeter of give there. Like, you have to hit that dead
you
on.
have to hit it dead on.
You know, like there's no, you can't even, even if you just like graze the edge of it, that's not gonna do it.
He rolled a 1 twice. That's what happened.
So,
Just like, confirm that crit fail, sir.
I crit failed. Roll
One.
what?
Nailed it.
What's it for guns? Roll a
misfire.
percentile for missing.
Yeah, you roll a misfire.
You rolled a misfire. Ugh.
God, son. I mean, just, you know, the funny thing was, like, in his sheer pants-shitting panic, he's like, "Oh, well, okay, they're gonna fight. Okay, okay, let's fight. Okay."
No, was.
They're a pack of Eugenes. They are a pack of this episode Eugenes.
Well, no,
That's
they're
the
not
whole
as
town.
bad as Eugene.
It wasn't.
They are worse.
It wasn't the leader. It wasn't the construction leader. It was someone else who was like, "I'm gonna go help. I don't care what your protocol."
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That was the guy sending the fax.
At least you, like, at least...
The guy sending the fax at least.
I gotta send it back to
They're
Cleveland.
gonna send a fax to Cleveland.
Oh my god! I was like, "Is he really gonna send a fax?"
I'm like, no, he's taking a shit. It's like,
I gotta go drop a fax off.
he has to go poopy. At least he didn't poop his pants, and he was like, oh.
Really? He barely got his pants up in time, though.
He probably tried to wipe with the walker's dress and just.
Oh.
Probably did not.
Oh wait, that's not a leaf.
See, I was surprised Abraham didn't climb into, like, the cockpit of the machine with her.
I know, and like,
But then at that point, he probably realized no one's gonna get them out, so they're definitely gonna be trapped.
They would have
I
died.
mean, you saw his face. He wanted to just wail on things.
That's true.
Mother dick.
Before they got
Mother dick.
ambushed, he was like just standing in a corner trying not to,
everything.
I don't know, vomit.
No, he was going rage. Like, honestly, I was like, wow, he's going PTSD. He's like, start shaking the back of the truck and just go, ah!
Does anyone else, when they look at him, think Guile from Street Fighter?
Does he gotta shave the eyebrows?
Yeah, I see that.
He's gotta get rid of his
Ginger Guile. Yeah.
He's-
All right.
Guile's theme goes with everything. Somebody out there put Guile's theme to that whole fight
That whole
scene.
yeah.
That's your homework, internet.
It's gotta be done.
I'll have to check that out, me and Pat.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he was at that point. I think he's just like trying to contain the soldier, like, fight in him. He just, and then that's why when the fight broke out, he was fine. He was like, "Oh, cool, great. I have an outlet now. I can
He's to. I mean,
I can go be a soldier."
the way that
And now he has one, and he's going to be damn good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree. That's what he's used
Proud
to.
of that boy.
Yeah.
And him and Rosita seem to have patched things up.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably multiple times.
Probably a couple times.
A few different ways.
I like how he stood up for, he helped not one of his own, It's good.
Help what?
Yeah.
Well, that's because he's a soldier. You don't leave anybody behind.
No, that's true.
He flipped the shit. He flipped it when they're like, "All right,
just thought
let's
that was very
leave. Let's
manly.
leave." He's like, "Uh-uh. You don't leave
You
anybody."
don't leave him behind.
Very heroic. He's
I mean-
he's good. He deserves to be in a leadership role.
So I think think all we have left to talk about is Noah.
The elephant.
The elephant.
Just sitting right over there.
I don't know about you guys, but as soon as the episode started and he was talking to the architect, he's like, he's not gonna make it.
I did not think Noah wasn't going to make it. What I thought was, because they were like, oh yeah, this place will last forever, and I'm like, nope, it's coming down soon. That's all. That's all I thought that was foreshadowing.
Well, my two options was when I saw that scene, I was like, either Noah or the architect are gonna die within the next 2 episodes.
I thought the architect was going to die.
Yeah.
Well, he might.
Well, that's
going to hit the fan tomorrow. No, next week, I mean.
Right.
That's one of that town's biggest downfall, their mentality. They think they're impenetrable, and they think they can just, survive.
They think the walls are enough.
But they're reinforcing the walls, so it's not like they're just...
No. They are
They're expanding.
Or extending. Okay, I'm sorry.
They're not reinforcing the existing walls. Right. They're making a new section.
Yeah.
They don't know how those walls will withstand against a horde.
And at least now we do realize where they're getting the materials from. It makes a little more sense. They scavenged it from a mall that was being built,
Yeah. I think they said that in the first, but they didn't. First episode that they came to Alexandria, but they didn't show the site.
Yeah.
They just said, oh yeah, we got them from over there.
They filmed at the old prison, which is really funny.
Is that what it was?
That was the old,
slightly familiar.
But yeah.
But I mean, they have 4-inch thick steel walls, so a walker's never getting through that.
Yeah, so they're covered in that regard, but they don't quite realize the people are the real threat, and they're gonna learn their lesson really quick after bringing Rick's group in, because Rick's group is the people we follow, the people we're rooting for, but they're really, and I'm not that I'm siding with Gabriel, but they're not good people.
No.
I'm gonna take the opposite side, because they are, and they've saved a lot of people along the way.
They did what they needed.
They've also killed a lot of people along the way.
Yeah, I mean, none of them you could say were really good people, though.
Yes. Well, they all did what they needed to survive out there. I mean...
And if the people in charge here were competent and knew what they were doing, then I don't think that there would be the problem that we have now. The problem is these people are incompetent, and these people will bring themselves down.
They will. They're their own default.
But because
they're going to be unwilling to give up power to this new group, who is clearly better qualified to lead.
So the way to save them is to dominate them. I mean, but so what does that do?
That leads to civil war. Yeah, no, it's not good.
It's really not good. I mean,
I know it's not good.
Whatever way you slice and dice it.
I mean, look at what Rick said 2 episodes ago. He goes, if shit goes down, we're going to take this place over. That's not good people.
But it's the mentality that they've had to survive out there.
But I understand that. But self preservation does not always make yourself a good person.
No, but if these people are going to put themselves and Rick's group in danger, then they need to replace them.
Correct.
It's incompetent people need to be replaced.
It's not like he would take them over and just decimate them
for no reason.
The wolves or the the termites or anything else.
Right.
He would take over to run it and say, look, in order for all of us to survive, this is what we need to do. Rick is not evil because throughout this whole escapade, I'm going from episode 1, season 1, he has always looked out for other people. He has always given the benefit of the doubt, and he's always tried to save as many people as he can. Now, if somebody's doing something to jeopardize anyone, he will have them removed one way or another, either exiled, or if they get killed one way or another. That's what's happening.
I fall into Daryl's crossbow bolts,
I don't think Rick is going to be one to exile people. I think this is one strike Rick. We saw him do it already with the cop. Cop said no. He's like, oh, all right, boom.
Well,
you got one strike.
Check out this bumper. Bonk.
He's like, either you're with us or you're not.
Well,
and
he's already given multiple chances to other people. Let's bring out Shane. His boy tried to freaking kill him in the middle of a field.
And
he gave multiple chances to multiple people. At this point, he needs to make sure what's going to be for the whole, as opposed to an individual.
And I mean, and that's I don't disagree that that's not the correct course of action, but it doesn't make it good. I mean,
that's
still
exactly my point too, John.
I mean, morally, it's not good. I mean, that's I think what that's.
No, but I think that
I think it should happen. I think that's the way it probably would be the safest for everyone to go, but
yeah,
that doesn't make them heroes.
And I guess
I'm
gonna tell you right now, if I was in the apocalypse, I'd be in Rick's group.
Yeah,
I would, but that's not gonna make me a good person.
I think my mistake was I'm using
chaotic good.
You guys are using Gabriel and like normal people's definition of good. This is post-apocalyptic definition of good, which is Rick's group.
I don't think
those
that
are two
changes.
definitions of good.
I don't think it changes. It's all.
At this,
I mean, they're good to each other, but to outsiders, they're not so good. And that's
they
fine.
saved Gabriel. Gabriel was an outsider. They took him in.
I know,
I think
but
if these people were competent, if these people weren't going to get them killed, then there wouldn't be a problem.
There wouldn't be a problem. You're right, but taking over and staging a coup in a for now stable place isn't necessarily a good act.
Well, he's not staging a coup. What he's doing is he's protecting himself with a plan B. The problem is he never used to use a plan B. He never used to have a backup option. Finally, he's starting to realize, look, we need to think of backup options. We need to find every exit route. Because God forbid shit hits the fan. Now,
look how many times this shit has hit the fan.
Oh, yeah, every time.
And I hate this
it will.
point. There is no good, there is no evil. There's really just alive and dead. Now, if you're not going to try to stay alive, you might as well just be dead.
Well, that's just a genuinely good, innocent people who won't do any. They're weak. They won't survive in this world. So I agree that that Dom's right there. That Rick and his group are not genuinely good.
And I mean, I also don't think that you can call everyone in Alexandria good people.
No, God no. They got their own shit.
I never said that either.
No. Yeah. I was just saying.
Yeah, but there's clearly a lot of people like
Porch Dick alone.
Yeah, Porch Dick alone. Deanna's son, like Deanna and her husband, they're good people.
Yes.
Well,
at least
they're naive people.
Is good.
A lot of the people that Carol seems to be convening with, the other women, they seem, granted we don't know, but they seem good people. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt right now.
Deanna's really good people, though.
The thing is that they're good, but they're naive at the same point. They've been sitting on this laurel of a society where, in turn, there is no... Essentially, the outside world doesn't exist. Where there isn't death and desolation going on.
Oh, most of them haven't gone on runs.
They are. I think they know. They're
we have elderly and overweight people in this society, so they're not going to go on runs.
No. But I think the best way to run it would be kind of like what they did at the prison. Like every able-bodied person is weapon trained. Everyone is. Like, because the prison, barring the governor interceding, I think could have lasted. I don't see why it wouldn't have. I mean, the walls are coming down, but they could have backed inside. But, I mean, at least the way they treated the people was like, look, you can live here, but you got to pull your weight and you got to know how to fight.
Right.
Even the kids were learning how to fight.
As Clio says, like, you get the elderly and overweight people, whatever, that wouldn't go on runs. They can go on runs. There's nothing. They don't have to go on these, like, big action adventure climbing and hauling things and, like, whatever. But, like, let's say they're good at, like, organization skills or something. They would have been fine in that warehouse. Like, if the guy didn't start shooting grenades off and stuff like that. But, organizing, hey, here's the list of supplies we need. You go this way, you go that way, you do this. Somebody be like, this is where all the jobs are. That person doesn't need to go around and start lifting things. They could use a team manager, and somebody, even an elderly person, could fit that role.
Yeah, but if they were, if they had to run like they did, they would slow them up. I mean, they obviously don't have.
But I mean, there are certain runs where maybe you can take a manager along, but there are some runs where everyone has to be able to.
Well, even in that regard, you can take the manager along. That doesn't necessarily mean they have to go out into the field. They could stay in the truck or something like that. But they could do reconnaissance work and like be like, all right, we need a team to go in here and sweep this out.
They also need to know how to fight. And the problem here is that they've never been so threatened that they needed to teach everyone. They've never been so afraid that they needed to teach everyone.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. You can gather these people up and do that. You could give these people jobs, be like, all right, look, you're in charge of the reconnaissance team. Your job is to, if this place needs to be cleared out, you set up the people, the scouting, and have them do it. You don't go out and do it with them. You set it up.
The problem is this society has literally been sitting on the fact that they're acting like this is, you know, Green Gables. This is old-time community. Everybody get together and let's go bake some pies. No, it's not that. There's zombies outside your doors, outside your walls, knocking every 3 seconds. There's people that are going to come and rape and pillage your area if you're not thinking smart. You know, these people, they said it flat out. They have not lived outside the wall as long as anyone else has.
They need to learn to fight. That's first
and Rick's group knows what's outside the wall. They know what is lurking around every corner.
Right, and it's not just the walkers.
Bad because of having to kill people who are hurting their family. Honestly, I would be 100% on Rick's side on everything with this.
Oh, I would too.
Because the man, even though he's killed people to protect the people that are around him. Those people that have tried to harm him might as well have been walkers. Because that's what they should have been considered.
It's just the Walking Dead, after all.
It's the name of the show.
They're all the Walking
Dead. Anyway. We got distracted when we tried to talk about Noah. We went on that whole big giant rant.
Yeah, I think we're avoiding it.
Yeah,
I am.
Oh, dumb McGee who got Noah killed.
Oh my God, that idiot!
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right up. If I was Glenn, I would not have had that much self-control. I would have beaten that man to death.
Seriously, proud of Glenn.
Brought his body back.
Yep. I thought he was gonna.
I thought he would have smashed his head against the brick wall over there.
Well, I think his problem is that he probably wants to bring him back to Deanna and say, look, this is the reason why your son is dead. This is the reason why your people keep on screwing up on these runs.
Yeah, of course. And that's the smart thing. Glenn has he's very smart. I, however, would have gone barbarian rage.
Me too.
White.
Are you kidding me?
Murder.
You don't freaking...
I mean, it just destroyed my life with Noah. Seriously.
What? And thinking about it all day today, I was like, I should have... We were warned. We were warned. Coming back this half of the season with Tyrese, we were warned. This is the same world. Nobody is safe. And we come to this place where we feel safe. And we fall for it. We fell for it.
I almost feel like they were safer at Terminus.
We were told that we were not going to be safe, and we still thought that we were going to be safe, and we lost Noah. And it's like, we were told! We were told, and we fell for it anyway!
You're not safe anywhere!
No, you're not.
Not, unfortunately.
Woodbury looks safe, too.
Yeah, well...
The prison looks safe.
And I'm like, right now,
I never thought the prison was safe. Not for a minute.
Why? Because it's a prison? No, I'm just kidding.
It's just, something didn't feel right about it.
Well, the thing about the prison was, the whole time I was paranoid because of the governor. I'm like, he's coming back. He's going to just...
And I was
going to blow up. It's going to be the worst.
It's in there. I was like, oh my God, there's somebody...
No, I fell for it. And I am so mad at myself that I fell for it.
I mean, the whole back entrance of the prison was like crumbled, and they're just like, I'll just close the door, block it off, that's it. That seemed like a big security flaw to me.
We're just gonna say in cell block, was it 8, I think?
Are they in C? I think they were in cell block C.
I think they're in C, yeah.
C and D?
I mean,
seeing.
Now they put the new people in D. They would.
Yeah. Well, they still had access to
Tyrese and Sasha and the other two chuckle nuts.
And it sucked. Infection set in, and I was like, no.
I mean, the thing was, like, with Noah is just that he had so much promise. Like, he could have been an architect. He could have been, you know, a really great shot. I mean, it was a great shot. I mean, let's face it, it was a fucking awesome shot. You know, he could have been. That's really what we lost. There was so much potential in him that was just snuffed out.
He could have done.
Yeah, well, he was. They're spending people like bodies
due to somebody's cowardice. It's somebody's cowardice, and it's not even one of their own.
The episode says it good. You know, it's spend. They're spending their resources. They're just throwing people to the side because they're going to be dum-dums about everything. You know, let's waste what we have.
Can I ask, was Glenn out of ammo?
Glenn was out of ammo.
Yeah.
Glenn and Noah were both out of ammo.
Right.
And Aiden, not Aiden.
No, the other fucking asshole.
Dipshit had the ammo.
And had the ammo and no gun. He didn't have a gun anymore.
If he just... I'm sure Glenn could have broken that.
No, the problem is he freaked out because he wouldn't hold the goddamn door steady.
Well,
so every time that the door was moving, when Glenn was hitting it with the butt end of his gun, the door would move a little bit, and he's like, "Oh my God, there's walkers! Well, fucking quit being a pansy! Pull out your knife and stab one." Oh wait, I forgot you didn't take a knife because you only thought the gun would work.
That's just it, and it's like, and then now Glenn has to deal with have that image in his head the whole time.
Yeah, and speaking of spend, I mean, these last couple episodes, the titles have been like really philosophical.
Yeah, agree.
So, yeah, and the people of Alexandria don't realize the cost. Like the doctor was drunk and saying, "Yeah, we lost things." It's like, yes, you have.
Yeah,
but you don't understand the cost, what you have to pay in order to live in this world. Like we know you've lost things. Yes, everyone has. But you do not understand the whole cost of living.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, but the problem is, all they keep on doing is looking at, oh man, you know, we've gone through so much. Yeah, but there's a shit ton more that you gotta be ready for, or else you're gonna go through even more pain and suffering and loss.
The thing is, if you have to keep moving on, unfortunately.
Life sucks. Life's a bitch, and then you die. But it's what you do with it is what makes it important.
Yeah, but see, like the reason why I said you could bring some of the other people along to have different jobs and whatever is Eugene is not combat ready. You know, he really has no purpose being there. But he knew what to find. He needed to find the devices to make the solar panels.
Yep.
You know, so.
Yeah, but
Dom, I can see that using more people's knowledge and brain. Like
just because you're not combat ready does not necessarily mean that you don't belong in the field. Having an overabundance of those people in the field is definitely wrong. You don't want that. And it would help to have them be slightly combat ready to help in a pinch. Yeah. But you could definitely use people like Eugene out in the field.
Yeah, and that's what Rick's group knows, but Alexandria doesn't know that. And they've never been in a terrible situation to have to think that.
Let's think of the elderly that we have at Alexandria. What are they looking for? They're looking for a goddamn pasta maker. Like, really? Those are the ones
Mrs. Needlemeyer!
Life.
That was that one girl. Well, no.
Steve Carlsberg.
That's one person, though, Pat. They already said how many cases of box pasta do they have in the basement?
Home.
Sorry, I forgot.
I did not understand a word that you said.
Just
not any.
Stay in the closet. I'd rather go run and do a run on my own.
So, all right, a little off topic here, but you know the power's been out. That's why they went on this run, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, how soon till they start getting like kind of antsy and whiny that the power's been out for like a week? When
haven't they already? Well, no,
that's the thing. But like, this is the thing. So like, this is gonna keep like, you know, the power is still not. It's not coming back anytime soon because they didn't get the pieces they need. They didn't get the parts.
So they forgot to pay the electric bill.
So the power's coming out in certain areas. I know certain.
Right, but I feel like that, you know, on top of everything, all the other stuff that's gonna shake things up in Alexandria, that's not gonna help either because everyone's gonna be grumpy.
Yeah.
You know? So
and I mean the thing is, Rick's group is gonna be like, could you come back when you have a real problem? Carol said it this
Right.
episode. Sasha said it last episode. It's like, you think that's a real problem?
Sasha didn't exactly say it last episode.
She yelled it.
No, but Carol did say it this.
Carol said it, and
Really?
so, but like that's gonna just cause even more
Yeah.
garbage with these people. So it's just gonna be a shitfest.
Well, of course, because they bitch and moan that they have a fucking broken nail. Like, that's the kind of society they have. You got Rick going on the hunt for a knocked over owl.
I know, it's like...
That's law enforcement.
This is...
It's for his lady friend.
It's petty. It's petty stuff.
Like, Officer Rick looking out for the destruction of the owl. Come on.
Oh,
needed something to do.
Where was
It's
Sheriff
something
Michonne?
She's handling, I don't know.
she's handling other matters.
Well, seeing the next week's episode, she's in her room doing laundry and looking at her laundry.
No, she's got the moral dilemmas of what to do with her sword.
I mean, what we saw in the promo was her throwing her jacket, her uniform on the bed and standing in her normal clothes. So she's clearly wrestling with, is this the position for me? Is this...
I would have loved to seen her just walking around as a sheriff with the sword
Yes,
sheaths
exactly!
in her back. That would have been, typical sheriffs walking around with a gun. She's got the sword. That would be badass.
that
Some, fucking, Japanese samurai sheriffs.
her katana's not
I mean, the old samurai movies was what the westerns really based their shit off of, so, I mean, it would have worked perfectly.
I don't think it's going to be put to rest. I'm sure she'll take it and use it.
Yeah, definitely.
When in doubt, slash it.
I think this the most heart-wrenching part about this was about Noah, especially, was that Glenn had just recently bonded with him over the whole run-in with his old community, with especially the party. It's like, don't leave us, don't make us talk to these people alone, Noah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them really got close with him.
Yeah, and if anything, it was the most brutal. We haven't had these kinds of unique, brutal zombie deaths in a while.
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, just watching the zombie's fingers go through his cheek. That was...
I fast-forwarded that. I couldn't watch it.
I was like... You know what? I think I'm just extremely too desensitized to all of this, because I was so in love with all the Saw movies, and they do much, much worse than anything that's ever been done on this show. And
yeah, but I mean,
I just sat there and I went,
but
they
give a shit about these characters.
Yeah,
Saw's just
the difference is I am too emotionally invested in these characters so that when this shit does happen, like with Aiden, they were ripping apart. I'm like, oh, that's kind of gross, but I'm not
less of a shit.
See, the thing that made me cringe though, the thing that made me cringe this episode is not the fingers or whatever through Noah's face, anything like that. It was while Aiden, was it Aiden that was caught in the rods or whatever?
Rebar.
It's when they tried pulling him out of it. That's what made me cringe.
Just
it's just I could feel getting stuck and I feel myself in that situation. It's like, do you guys ever see I know Pat and Michelle have the movie 123 hours or something like that?
No, I know what it is.
127 hours?
Yeah, 127 hours.
Yeah, I know what it's about.
Yeah, it's like there was a particular noise in that movie, when he was cutting, he had a dull pocket knife and he had to cut his arm off, and there was a noise that they made while he was cutting through his nerves or whatever, and it made me cringe. And it's things like that play on me, and it's not if somebody's head got crushed and they showed it to you, or the American History X curb stomp or anything, it's just none of that stuff bothers me.
Well,
it's things where I can imagine myself in that position, and it's physically tolling on you. It's not a quick death or a zombie slowly eating you apart. That's not the things that get me. It's that feeling of being stuck somewhere, and I don't know. It's just...
See, my thing is, people being eaten by animals, people being eaten by people, that really kind of just is doesn't sit well, as they say.
At least I don't do any shit with eyes in this show.
Yep, that would freak
Well,
me.
now you did it, John. Now you did it.
Oh no,
You
no.
gave them
Next
ideas.
episode, John.
Someone's losing an eye.
I have to say no offense, but it's you and Pat. Everybody with glasses, it's always like in the eyes thing. It's
Oh no, I have a different. I want to go into it here, but there's a very good reason why.
Oh, okay. No worries.
So next week, as long as nobody has anything else to say about this.
No, I think we're done here.
As long as nobody has anything else to say.
Well, rest in peace.
The group realizes that sheltered life might not be possible as life within the walls starts to mimic life outside. Will these setbacks break Rick? Rick has been broken. We've seen broken Rick.
Yeah.
Are we ready for another broken Rick?
I don't know. There's plenty of grass here. I think we can see Farmville Rick all over again.
No, that's not. Farmville Rick is not broken Rick. Broken Rick is post-Lori Rick. That is broken Rick.
And
I'm gonna walk outside and talk to my
Farmville
ghost
Rick spawned out of that.
Yes, but there was broken Rick in between.
It's true.
So, are we ready for another broken Rick is the question. And will he ever mend? Like, and what I feel is going to break Rick is something happens to his children.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
I feel like that is
did you
the
guys see
only thing that will break Rick right now.
Did you guys see the preview for next episode during the Talking Dead?
Yeah.
Not even fully healed yet.
We had
Carl and Alana sitting in a tree.
yeah, literally
Hiding
sitting in a
from
tree.
some zombies.
Oh.
Wait, what? Who done?
Carl and the quiet girl.
Oh, no. I didn't see. I didn't
Yeah,
see that.
they're out talking in the woods, and she's just kind of saying that she had a troubled past, something about her parents. I don't exactly remember 100% what she was saying. And then they hear some zombies, and then they go hide in like a hollowed out tree. And they're just like standing there like face to face, like their noses are practically touching, and it's like
Are they of that age where they might kiss?
that's what it looked like.
Oh.
Yeah, they're gonna make it. The zombies are gonna eat them.
That's what it looked
really.
like.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna wait a little while.
Getting though to the whole broken Rick thing, I still don't even think he's fully healed yet from the first time. So.
I mean,
They got duct tape in the apocalypse.
I think he'll be fine. Honestly.
Actually,
he'll be fine if Carl dies. Do you think he'll be fine?
No, not if Carl dies. I think he's gonna be fine in the next episode.
Okay.
I think they're just throwing shit at
Do
us.
you
to
think
be
Carl's
like,
gonna die?
What's going to happen right now? Carl's not gonna die.
If
They just
we're
killed
looking,
Noah. They're gonna kill an adult.
if we're heading towards a broken Rick,
There's not gonna be a broken Rick. I don't think he's
well-
gonna kill the doctor, and
well,
he's
Clio.
like, "You woman, mine."
I'm just gonna say it doesn't have to be Carl. Rick does have 2 kids.
I know.
He has a baby.
No,
I didn't want to say it out loud.
I think they can kill. I
Hey,
can see them killing Judith.
Yeah, I can too. I just didn't want to say it out loud.
I see. If anything, his new love interest is gonna get fucking killed by the husband.
What
Yeah,
if
but that's not gonna break.
what if the husband? What if the porch dick? What if he has something to do with Judith's death?
Oh,
Well,
I'm worried
there's so many things.
because we also saw Sasha with Carl's girlfriend in her sights, in her sniper sights. So if one of Rick's people accidentally kills/injures one of his children,
You know what I think that's gonna be, and this is just my prediction. They scale back over the walls to get back in from the woods, and she's like, "Oh shit, intruder!" Then, oh wait, I know them. Okay.
But it's too late.
Again, the previews like to do that. They give you red herrings.
Yeah,
all the
no.
time, so
We're gonna pull that off.
I don't always.
pretty sure that's what.
I
it is.
almost feel like this finale is gonna end with the death of Judith, and like just before
Probably.
the aftermath explodes, and it's gonna leave us this whole mid-season going, shit's gonna go down, but we never got to see it. What's gonna happen?
But
I don't think they'll kill a baby.
No,
the baby,
I don't-
But
I'm gonna, and on John's prediction, I'm gonna go against that because we already had that happen with Blondie shooting Daryl.
what's her name?
Yes,
Way
that's
back.
true.
Andrea?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that did happen, but
It could
I
happen.
don't know. I was just throwing it out there.
I feel
Anyway.
like no one is safe in this apocalypse, and that includes Judith.
Yes. Well, I mean, we also have the wild card of where is Rick's gun? Where's the blender gun?
Yes.
And we theorized that Carl's girlfriend's got it.
Mm-hmm.
So if she's running around with a pistol,
And where's Sasha? Because apparently she was in the tower. Well, from previews, they say she was in the tower all night.
She hasn't left. I'll take all the shifts.
No,
it's gonna get boring as fuck.
Or something.
No, are you kidding? She's gonna be like,
I don't know, guys. And somebody could have taken her for or when they find out. I don't know.
Whatever.
I just saw it in a preview, or thought I heard it in a preview.
There's too many what ifs at this point. We gotta wait an episode.
We'll find out in 6 days.
I'm calling it now. Rest in peace, Judith.
No babies.
Dead baby.
Not next episode, but it's gonna happen.
No babies.
I'm calling it.
spoilers, but the baby's already dead in the comics, so I mean.
Yeah.
She's been dead. Yeah.
Yeah. She even before I think right at the end of the prison she was dead.
Yeah. She didn't make it out of the prison. I don't think.
That doesn't mean though, because they've changed a lot of things too.
Oh yeah.
They did.
Really? They changed a lot of things, like adding Daryl?
Well,
yeah.
Well,
Let's just throw the big elephant in the room on that.
Let's end the episode, kids.
Don, where are you gonna be able to find you?
Me.
Go ahead to the outro.
Me or John?
John. It's John, right?
John.
Hello?
You said Dom. Oh.
You said John.
It's okay.
Hi,
John.
I'm John. You can find me at No More on Twitter and at Nahajm, NHOJM on YouTube for some Let's Plays and junk.
Now it's Dom's turn.
Yeah, you can see me on Twitter down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDON.
Phenomenon.
Hi, Michelle. Where can the people find you?
You can find us at this thing, I guess Twitter, the Michelle, or you can find us in time and space.
Oh, come on, Michelle. There you go. You can find me at Clio on the socials. You can find me on Twitch at the Cliomoto, where I will be streaming games such as Magicite tonight.
Games?
I fail miserably at a game I'm very bad at.
That'd be fun, Cleo. Yeah.
Oh, you can find all of us at ASOTV. I forgot to do the outro. At ASOTV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, MySpace, and right here on YouTube. Follow us for some podcasts for more of your favorite TV shows. Till next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm a professional.
Hashtag all babies die.
Does people touching their eyeballs freak you out, Joe?
Here, Judith will
What's
not.
that?
Does people touching their eyeballs freak you out?
No.
No.